Well, good evening, all my little bunnies, lions, and lionesses. Bursty here with you tonight, and sorry, just trying to grab a few things here as I moved my mouse all around by accident. Here we go. Well, tonight I'm still wearing my bunny kiku because, well, I just recorded the video where I was wearing that in the other room, and, well, why change? Why indeed? So we're going to do a Game Thoughts video here again tonight, and specifically we're talking about a remake. Now, how dare I? How dare I go and like the thing that's been remade or even consider it? Well, to be honest, remake doesn't necessarily mean bad. Remake doesn't necessarily mean good either, so there's a keep that in mind. But tonight's remake is going to be, ta-da! It'll focus. I can't even tell for sure. But that's Metroid Zero Mission. Now, Metroid Zero Mission is a remake of the original game, well into existence. I'm doing these a little out of order when they were released because kind of ordered this one and the other one that comes before it off eBay, and one of them got delivered. The other one's currently lost in the mail, so hopefully, cross your digits, it will show up Monday or Tuesday. Now, this was a good remake. When I say a good remake, I really mean it did everything that I was actually wanting that game to have been in my mind, as opposed to what it actually was, because you can't go back and make things be what the new thing is. Or can you? This remake was done definitely in the style of Super Metroid. It isn't Super Metroid, mind you. It is still Metroid 1, but done in the Super Metroid style. The controls are upgraded. The look is perfectly upgraded. The story is a lot more story-based than the original variant of it. It is a lot more directional. It does tell you more where to go. It dictates where you should go. It tells you how to proceed in the game, which, for good or ill, I like that, because it's less getting lost, especially when you're playing a game that's now, well, at this point it came out in 2004, so we're looking at about a, 18 to 20-year-old game. I can't remember what year the original was released. Sorry. But it is, it was printed on the Game Boy Advance, obviously, because that's the tiny little cartridge I had in my hand. And that is effectively about the same power as the Super Nintendo was, give or take. It's not a Super Nintendo in pocket size, like some people like to call it, but, well, similar enough hardware. So that's why you got a lot of good reprints on there, like Super Mario World and Zelda: Link to the Past. Some games I'll probably talk about later. Spoilers! Now, unlike the original, as I was mentioning, it does give you direction, which is really nice, because that was one of the hardest parts about the original game, was knowing what to do. And that's one of the things that stopped a lot of people from keeping playing it, because you didn't know what you were up to next. Mario, you go right, you get to the end. Zelda, at least, you had a lot of questing around, but you quested around until you found something you could do. Same thing with the original Metroid was. You looked around until you found something you could work with. But there were like no clues in Metroid. Zelda at least had clues. Some of them badly translated, but there were clues. So this takes a lot of the guesswork out of the way, which is good. I'm not sure, I don't remember for sure if there are any power-ups that were added that weren't in the original, but I think there might have been a couple here and there. Don't quote me on that one, because I'm not a game historian or anything. I'm just the guy that enjoyed playing things. They definitely had a lot of elements to it, like the save system. They have the save pods that were introduced in Zelda or in Metroid 2, hidden throughout Zebes in convenient locations. Uh, they also have a lot more Krazoa statues doing things, helping you throughout the game. So that's nice. That actually does give them a little bit more element in the game, which I think they probably wanted originally. And they definitely did in Super Metroid, but now they're here in this version, so it's cool. They get to be a part of things. It really adds more tying them into the storyline as to what's going on Zebes and in Samus's past. Uh, the power-ups are just as useful as they originally were. If I remember right, the beams do stack, so you don't just get the ice beam and lose the spread beam or something. You just have everything. Once you get an upgrade, you get an upgrade. Keeps going. Um, and overall, the main story is pretty much the original setup. Um, it did remind me how short the original game was because how quickly you do get through this main plot. But they didn't want to just leave you there. They didn't leave you hanging. After the end of the main plot, spoilers, after you kill Mother Brain, you escape. You go to a space pirate ship because they shoot you down, and you go in to find your stuff because all your stuff was missing, and then you get to take down the final boss, Mecha Ridley. So they added that. That was an awesome add-on, something I wasn't expecting originally, and now the first part of that was not as much fun. It was a sneaking level. Now, when it comes to Metroid games, initially you're normally really cautious because you have no defense, your weapon stinks, you're more on the caution zone. But by the time you've made it through everything and you become the badass, you have all the missile powers, the energy tanks, the bombs, everything. You make the kaboom. And then when this section starts, you're naked. You're in like a Zentai, and you have a little stun blaster, and you're going through a space pirate ship full of space pirates and alarms, and things are going to go off and alert them you're there, and they're going to come and shoot at you, and you have nothing. The quest initially is find all your stuff, which at least the first time I did it took a long time because you are just it was a bit of a crawl. I mean, you were like sitting there waiting, patiently doing things, then careful jumping certain sections because they add moving spotlights. And I was like, come on, guys. I'm playing Metroid. I'm not playing Solid Snake. I want to be I want to be Samus. I don't want to blow stuff up. But as soon as you find your suit and stuff, all of a sudden you're back to being dead badass, and you go kick it. Mecha Ridley, if you're all powered up, is pretty easy comparatively. You just go in there, unload all the super missiles you have, and if you're down to it, then start doing regular missiles. But you'll kill him pretty easily. He's not that bad. And then you escape, and yay, the game actually ends. This game I definitely recommend wholeheartedly. It's hard for me to recommend the actual original game, but I can definitely recommend the remake. The remake is just beautiful. It makes an old game 100% playable. And yeah, I had a blast. I loved that. And I will play it again. Minor story plot here. When I was going to start these videos, I was looking for all my Metroid games. two of them were missing. The two Game Boy Advance games. They were in a double-packed GBA game case. They're designed to either be a regular Game Boy game went in there or two GBA games butt to butt. I could find all my other cases like that, but that one. So I was kind of bummed. I reordered this one. It's technically a reprint cartridge, so it's not the original printing. I have owned the original, so I don't feel too bad. I'm not doing this as a collector, so I'm not, going for broke of, oh no, I don't have that one specific copy. I have a game that I can play. That's all I care. And hopefully, crossing my digits, my reprint copy of Fusion will get here on Monday or Tuesday. USPS says it was delivered today. It was not. I am sad. But I will replay these games. I will get as close to max out as I ever can on them and get good saves on there. They also are out on, I don't know if the Wii U's shop is still open at all, but I did buy them on there and they are installed on my Wii U, so I can play them on the Virtual Console. I enjoyed them there. It was really convenient. I curled up on the couch with the Wii U's gamepad and played them on that screen. It was perfect. In fact, I played all three of the Super Metroid-esque ones, Super Metroid, Metroid Zero Mission, and Metroid Fusion, like that, on the couch. Wii U gamepad in my hands. It worked pretty well. So, that's an option. Super Metroid is on the SNES Classic, so if you get one of those, it's on there. You got that one to play with. As far as the two GBA ones, I don't know how many other ways there are right now I can get them and play them, but reprint cartridges do exist. I know they're not as good. I know there's no collecting value to that. I know a lot of people are going to frown on me for even saying that's an idea, but if I can get the game for like $15 on a cartridge, I can put into a portable game system or whatever, I'm probably going to do it. Anyway, so that's some Bursty thoughts for tonight. I definitely want to thank you all for watching and listening to me babble about a game that, well, I liked playing. So, have some good Lioness and Bunny thoughts for tonight. Be good to yourselves. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Click the little notification bell because YouTube likes when you do that. And there's Patreon link in the bottom if you want to help support. Well, thank you all for watching and for sharing with your friends, and I'll see you again soon.